Hello and welcome. Augustus Johnston here, another live stream. Haven't done a live stream in a while. Didn't want to do a live stream, but I will say this. The reason why I'm doing a live stream is because my iPod Touch broke. I think we were really onto something. This channel finally had a good program with Cherry Village, the story of Larry, Gene, and Jesse. Their amazing lives, their demented lives. I thought it was an interesting show, and then of course it kind of was going in and out at the end there a little bit, and the screen is just the glass was just too cracked, and I need to get another one, and who knows when that'll be. There are inherent, if you're an athlete, right? If you're a professional, or if you're just any athlete, in athletics, there are inherent advantages. So if you want, like I loved basketball as a kid. I still do. I loved basketball. I lived it. It was every day of my life. And I was good, but that didn't change the fact that I topped out at 6 feet tall. I couldn't run. I couldn't jump. I could drill shots from like 30 feet, but I couldn't. I had no speed. I had no endurance. I think that maybe got better a little later. I should have stuck with it probably. I think I still could have played in college, maybe even Division I, but things weren't going well going into my senior year. Our coach was fired. I didn't really like the new coach, and that was it. And it's you can never turn that clock back. But my point being, there are inherent advantages. I did not have those inherent advantages. Maybe if I was even 2 or 3 inches taller, I could do better, but I didn't have, I wasn't born with that talent. And in the YouTube universe, I'm finding out the inherent advantage is money. If you have, yes, there's, people have a good feel for editing and mise-en-scène, put in front of the camera, shooting. Maybe they have good stories. Maybe maybe they're a good speaker. They're articulate. But if you don't have that inherent advantage of having money to put toward a great camera, a great editing program, then it's just, you're kind of just stuck, and it's hard to maybe get a bigger audience. And I mean, maybe you can't travel. A lot of the good, YouTube vlogs, people are traveling. And so that's my problem, is I don't have the money. I don't have the resources. I'm lucky I'm able to do this live stream here on this computer that my wife gave me. So yeah, there are inherent, even in this world, it's not athletics where you're either born a great athlete or you're not, but even in this world, there are inherent advantages. So that guy with the sunglasses that you always see, the guy just annoys the hell out of me. I don't know what his name is, but he's obviously a rich guy, and he could just, hey, we're going to do that today. Jay Stu, look them up. Some people that I actually met who do this Jay Stu, I don't know if you want to call it vlogs. I don't really know what that is. Vlog. Or it's kind of like pranks and daily, and they're very good. They're very talented with the camera, and it's very good. Edited extremely well. These young kids, but they have inherent advantages. They have money that they can put into it, and I don't have that. So please donate. I don't expect you to. No one has before. The only donation I ever got was from Matt Berg, a former associate, a former individual that was a part of Yuppie Productions back when I was 17 years old, 1997. He was a part of it, and he generously donated $1. And then I don't know. I haven't even heard from him in a long time. But I wanted to talk to you about Mary. Mary, quite contrary. She is, I probably shouldn't have given her name. She's a coworker of mine. Let's call her Mary Schaefer, a Chinese lady. And tall Chinese lady, it's hard to tell with Asians, but I think she's in her 70s, late 60s. She has wrinkles, but she looks young. She could be 90s and just look amazing. Amazing Asian hair, amazing, beautiful, dark Asian hair. And what does she do? She perms it and colors it red. That beautiful Asian, straight Asian hair, and she perms it. Okay, so all of a sudden you're wondering, okay, a little strange. Why would you do that? She's been very cruel, and I've known from the beginning that she has a couple screws loose. She just seems like she has a couple screws loose. She'll come in, she has her Kleenex everywhere. I work in a hotel, by the way, so she's coming in for a shift, night audit, graveyard shift, and she'll start spraying down the computer and wiping everything with Kleenex, and she has her surgical mask on and white gloves, those gloves, those white gloves, skin tight gloves that cooks use. She has those. She's not exactly giving out in her professionalism. Cleanliness, yes, but professionalism, no. And lately, she's been even more cruel. She's been, she came in for a shift, and it was normally another gentleman, Richard, who's working on Friday night, and she came in for the shift. And I said, because I really like Richard, Mary, where's Richard? What happened to Richard? Did he quit? Because he's actually been talking about leaving. And no response. Mary, what happened to Richard? Shut up! I hear now, and shut up. And normally my temper would start flaring if somebody would treat me like that. But there's obviously something going on mentally. So it doesn't bother me as much, but it is kind of, okay, why does this lady hate me so much? Mary, please, where's Richard? Are you going to stop? So she, she's, can be very aggressive like that. I call her, I'll call her and I'll do the voice, ask, because I want to give her information about the shift. Sometimes we don't get to talk as long as I would like when we're the changing of the shifts, to pass on information on to her. And, I will do the voice. I'll be like, Mary, because that's kind of what it's mocking her in a way. I understand that. But it's all in fun. I don't do anything mean to her other than that. And she's very, very mean to me. What you call me? Shut up. But sometimes she'll take it down a level. Like I did tell her that, I know, Mary, that the very first, that the Native Americans, they actually came in from Asia. They came across, was it the Bering Strait? They came across Alaska from Mongolia. Oh, you know about that? Yes, that's true. They come in from Mongolia and come down here, and so yeah, this is actually our land. She believes this is her land, and that's great. It is. It's her land. It's America. It's everybody's land, but she believes it. I think she wants to put a Chinese flag down. This is. Shut up! No. This is our land. Great person, Mary Schaefer. And this is an opportunity, of course, doing these live streams. It's an opportunity to get to know the people a little bit better. I can't call them fans. I can't call you guys fans. That's definitely not the case. It's people watching the program and hopefully enjoying it. Travis Heinze, an individual who absolutely love it. He has a YouTube channel, and I've been following him. He goes from town to town, driving in a small sedan. Looks like a Prius. I don't think it's a Prius. I think it's like a Ford or something. But a lot of leg room. It looks like the back seat's extended. It looks like if there was anyone in the back, they would have a lot of leg room. And started watching him when he was in Washington, Oregon, and he every day on Daily Roamer he would travel to a different town and basically try to find a library where he could find wireless and sleep in the library parking lot. And you're just following his travels. And then I realized that he had to cut 2 more channels. His main channel has like 4,000 videos. He updates it daily, and it shows what he's doing in these different towns. It's very, very interesting. And I've been enjoying his channel because he just went through Denver. And it's so weird. I've been following this guy since he was in Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, Utah, down in New Mexico, Arizona, El Paso, Texas, back into New Mexico, north in I've been following him, and he just went through Colorado, and he actually went right past me in Denver. As I was watching him, he rides his bike a lot in the cities, also in the towns, and he went right by me, and he was hanging out in areas that I know, like near the Aurora Mall, Century Theater, where that mass shooting occurred. So I found that very interesting because I've been following him for a while now. The squad. Ilhan, Omar, Aqib Talib, a couple other Ocasio-Cortez, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and yes, I like them. I understand both sides. I understand why these Republicans so angry. I'm not talking about the legislators, the people are so upset, and Trump feeds into that because, yeah, Ilhan Omar she was not born here, and she's a congressperson. She's had amazing success in her life. So a person can work hard. They can live their whole life in the United States, born here, work hard every single day, and never become a member of Congress. There's a lot of randomness in life, you see, and I think that's upsetting to there's jealousy. There's jealousy, and I understand it. And then they hear, when she said some people did something, she should have just come right out and said that, yeah, Al-Qaeda attacked us, and now there's anxiety about Muslims, and she could have, so there's misinformation on both sides. Yeah, she should have done that, but she never said she supported Al-Qaeda. And I try to look at the bottom line here. Is she trying to help me? Yes, she is. I think she's trying to help working class people. And I like Ilhan Omar. I like Ocasio-Cortez. But I'm worried once they start, give them a few years. Let them get comfortable in Congress, and they're not going to be, potentially may not be advocating on behalf of the people anymore. I hope so. I hope that they can, keep doing campaigns that are funded by the people and not corporations, and hopefully that will make them advocate on behalf of the people a little bit more. Hopefully I'm going to be getting a car. Hopefully I'm going to be getting my wife's car, which she gave to her son, and now her son is going to be selling to me. I could have had it initially, but that would make things a lot easier. That would help me with this program a lot. I could, go different places. I could make this amazing. As it stands now, still on public transportation. It's still really hard to get from work to home at night after I get out of after my shift ends. You've been amazing. Thank you so much for being with me. I hope that you share this content. I hope that you donate if you can, if you possibly can, even $1, 50 cents, whatever you can do. Just help me get a new iPod Touch or something else so I can please. But if you can, I understand that. I just I appreciate the fact that you're watching. But you could share it. You could share this on social media. You could help me get more subscribers. If I get 1,000 subscribers, it will help me greatly. I would do the same for you. Have a great night, okay? Or day, wherever you are.